Welcome back to Just Saying Podcast. I'm your girl, Mrs.S. This podcast was created for all girls, all ages to come talk about whatever you want to talk about and just catch up on the week. I have my homegirls with me today.
Okay, y'all go
ahead and go. We're going around the table.
Everyone, I'm Chantel Pierce. How y'all doing?
All right. Hello, everyone. I am Vita. Nice to be here.
And I'm the one and only Elisa.
Yes.
If you cannot guess what the theme is today, it is cowgirl. We're giving cowgirl.
Yes.
Atlanta got all the boots on the ground, so hey, we just want to follow up with the cowgirl theme, okay? And I'll be glad when it's over.
Yes.
I'm tired of the fans sounding like shotguns. I'm tired of the boots coming from JC Bennett, baby. I'm tired of it.
Listen, the trend is trending. It's trending.
Might be a little pricey now.
Oh yeah, the Walmart boots, baby, on special. I'm tired of it. Please in this era. Please in the era of edges. Please delete edges. In the cowgirl era though.
I think the last one that they showed was the one with the horse one. The horse one when they going to the right, doing that, and then going to the left. I'm like, what? Okay, we just getting out of control now.
And if you can line dance while you drinking, you a bad motherfucker. I cannot line dance and drink. Well, yes, I can. I line dance better when I'm drunk, but I'm tired of it though. Can we just sit down and drink and do a regular dance? Song after song is a line dance.
I don't think any dance is nowadays a regular.
Being on the radio.
Start playing line dance songs on the radio.
Right.
Yeah. But have y'all heard the Pluto, the Lululemon? I really like that song, but I'm tired of it too.
Mm-hmm.
But I like it.
Yeah.
I like how these female rappers are coming up off anything. We can make a song, y'all.
We sure can.
Okay.
I done tried.
You tried.
I done tried a little bit. I think
Okay, let me find out. We got a rapper in the room.
Listen.
I can sing a little bit.
I've always been raised that you can do anything. Okay, so I'm trying
Baby in the
a
shower,
bit of it
I sound like
all.
Mariah Carey.
That part.
Little cousin.
Yeah. That's the
Speaking of
best time.
drinks and stuff and dancing, we're going to introduce Vita's Tropical Temptation. If anybody didn't know, Vita is a licensed bartender, and she made this drink specially for us, and we're just going to toast to the drink.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Toast to the drinks. All right.
All right. Okay, that's so good. This gonna get you messed up now. This particular episode today, I brought y'all here because we all have been on a girls trip together. And I was like, what better way to talk about a girls trip than to bring the girls on? Because we just went to the Dominican. And I actually really had a good time. If we would have got over the hurdles and stuff, and I know I'm special.
Yes, she is.
You are.
Yes.
In a good way.
Like, that's not one-to-one. Okay.
And you are.
Okay.
You are.
But, so Vita know who she can have around me and now and who she can't.
Okay.
Yes.
Absolutely.
We all learned.
You are.
Yeah, so most of my
correct.
friends, when I go out, they just be me and them.
And we see why.
I don't play by my friend. Y'all know how some people do. Y'all get jealous when your best friend have a friend.
No.
I do. I be ready to
I've seen
cut
it, for
down.
sure.
I be like, baby, no. Who are you? Where did you come from? Where's your daddy last night?
That ain't right. That ain't right.
But once I
There's
get
a
to
lot
know
of
the
love to go
people,
around.
I think I'm very territorial. I don't know, something wrong with me. Y'all know, yeah.
Yeah, I think I can be territorial too.
I think we
You know what
all
I'm saying? Yeah, we
can.
can
That's
be,
just
especially
part-
when you
yeah, in a
feel
way
like
you
somebody's
can.
violating or doing
that's
something
true.
to your friend.
They
You
could
think
not
you a
even
step
be
in,
violating,
but-
honey. They could just be...
Just
Well, we say violate.
Yeah,
When
we-
you say
yeah,
violate,
yeah.
We know. We done experienced that.
Y'all had a friend that is out there
We done experienced
a
that.
middle
Lord.
person that y'all try to get. Y'all know it's best friend day, so happy best friend
it's
day
best
to y'all.
friend day.
Yeah. Happy best friend day to my best friend Dana. She know where she is. She probably somewhere on the beach
Hey,
with her
Dana.
legs open, honey.
Well,
Just to be honest. Vita knows Dana for us
Yes.
growing up. Yes. All right, so I'm gonna get right into these questions. I'm gonna do like a rapid fire first. I normally start and end with the rapid fire, but we're gonna do a rapid fire based on like trips, okay?
All right.
All right, so we're gonna go from Chantel on. So, first question: when you're going out, you want a beach? Or if you're going on a trip, beach or mountains?
Beach.
Okay, Vita.
Beach for me.
I'm gonna say beach too. Yeah, beach for
Okay,
me.
that's cool. See, that's how I know I'm special because I was showing go to the mountains. I'll be up in the mountains, baby, with a hot jacuzzi with some good whiskey, girl.
I mean,
Looking at the elks and the bears.
I guess it depends too. Like who we going with? You
Right.
talking about?
Yeah.
Like,
like,
are you
short
going when it's
dude?
cold? When
Yeah,
I
like,
want to go when it's cold.
Well, if it's
Okay.
cold, then I
Yeah,
would definitely.
yeah, we'd be
But you know,
Yeah.
in the summer, I would go there too to the mountains.
I mean, I would too, depending on who it's with, though.
Yeah,
If I'm
depending-
with my girls, I'm really not trying to do a trip to the mountains.
Okay.
But
Mhm.
if
Yeah.
I'm with a little babe,
Okay, so on a trip, are you a early riser or a night owl? Do you wake up late? Do you wake up at 8 or do you wake up at 12?
We start with Chantel going around.
Mhm.
Well, I'm early. I have to get up early for work.
you be the one-
I'm early, but if it depends. Depends on how late we got in the night before.
Mhm.
So if we got in late the night before, then I may just sleep a little bit.
Okay.
But, so it just really depends.
What about you, Vita?
I would say, yeah, I'm one. I need my sleep. So unless I have to get up early,
Mm-hmm.
then I'm probably your 10, maybe.
Okay.
And then I can hang out a little bit more.
Okay.
Than getting up.
Well, I guess I'm the one that's jumping on everybody's bed like, get up. If we on vacation,
Yes.
whatever.
7 o'clock.
Yeah.
Not that early, a reasonable time, because normally when you travel, you got the all inclusive, so you want to catch the breakfast, so at least get there by 8, so you can eat, start the day off. So I want to get up early. I want to experience everything on vacation.
Okay.
But to Chantel's point, like if we done had a long, long, long night, then
10,
I'm
11.
sleeping. But mainly, I want to get up early and start the day.
Okay.
Mhm.
I normally get up at 2
That's
p.m.
on vacation.
And baby, we going to sleep at 3 a.m.
Okay.
That's how I do it. Yeah. Y'all be downstairs doing everything. I'm still in the bed.
But you was up early.
Yeah,
I know
that was
because
last
when
year.
I'm with everybody, I have to go with.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
But
go
like, if
play.
it's just me and somebody, baby, but I'll go back to sleep later because
Yeah.
I guess since I work so much and I'll get up at 6, 5. I'll be like, baby, I'm on vacation. I'm not getting up early.
Yeah, I feel that.
I have to have planned vacations for that though. Like if I set a vacation where it's like I'm just gonna go to relax, I'm gonna go to the spa, I'm gonna chill on the beach. Then I might sleep in. But
Yeah.
if it's a vacation,
That's
we talking about
planned.
girls trips
Yeah.
or whatever,
You got stuff
then
to do
I
every
might,
single day,
Yeah.
then I'm lit. Because I normally, during your regular life, daily activity, you're always busy, you're always working. When I go on vacation, it's just like, I want to put all that beside. I just want to live vicariously and just
Yes.
be
Do y'all like
outside.
planning
Yeah.
trips or do y'all like just living on the whim?
I'm a mixture of both,
And you do
I
it
can-
very well.
I can do both. You can give me spare of the moment. I can do that.
You do plan spare the
and then,
moment.
yeah.
That's how you do.
Spare of the moment. I do both at the same time.
You be like, oh, okay, we finna go to that. Okay, booking, y'all going tomorrow. You
Right, because we need to be booking something else.
Yes.
I'm ready to
Okay.
go.
All right, one more: Airbnb or hotel?
It's a good one.
That is a good one. I guess it depends on how many people are going. If
Yeah.
it's a lot of people, then Airbnb. If it's just a couple of us that we're in a room, then I'll do a hotel.
I would say the same thing. It just kind of depends on the crowd. If it's a lot of people, of course, the Airbnb. But if it's just a resort hotel, sometimes you get on those resorts all exclusive.
Yeah.
So I like my all exclusive now.
Yeah.
So if it just
No
kind of
kids.
depends. Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Right. No kids.
No kids.
No kids.
I don't care what nobody say.
Absolutely.
No
Yes.
kids.
Yes.
No.
And I don't care what you say. No kids.
Mm-mm.
I'll be bringing your kids. If you bring your kid on vacation, y'all said the Disney
Right.
resort.
Stay in the family resort.
Right.
Yeah, I think I'm the same. I think it depends. Depends on the party. I'm all inclusive too, so I would probably rather hotel. Not unless, but Airbnbs be having their little chefs and stuff too. So
I'll do Airbnb with a chef.
Yeah, I do Airbnb with a chef. So I'm actually torn. I don't know that I can really answer that. I guess it really just depends on like the crowd, you know, what makes more sense at the time.
Yeah.
I think like a couple's trip or something like that would be cool if everybody stayed at Airbnb because
dope.
And what I'm noticing is like a lot of people, when you stay there, if you stay on their property, they know a lot of about everything.
Yeah,
they be like, go here.
Oh, sure. The area.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing about the Airbnbs nowadays, you know, not to shade anything, anybody, because it is a moneymaker, but
I'm so
like, you know, they're very strict. You really can't. You got the noise, like it's just a lot, and then you have like creepers, camera somewhere. Like I be thinking about all of that now.
Footage, baby.
Right.
There's so much talking about camera. Some great camera footage.
Right. Okay.
Be millionaires.
Yeah.
All right. Now I'm gonna ask y'all an off the wall question. It don't have nothing to do with the topic. Okay.
Oh shoot! Not the top. I'm scared.
Y'all ready?
I'm scared.
It's like it ain't R-rated. It's like R negative.
Damn, R negative. Goddamn.
So would y'all pay all your man's bills or sleep buried alive for 48 hours?
That ain't right.
Say that again now.
Pay all your man's bills or be buried alive for 48 hours.
Baby, I'm paying them bills. Baby, ain't nobody bury me alive.
Pay all of his bills.
If I'm buried alive, I mean,
like,
what
you gonna get out in 2 days? You gonna get out in 2 days?
Yeah, but I may die in 2 days.
You ain't gonna die. Just assume you ain't gonna die.
Oh, now
So,
if
like,
I ain't gonna, if I ain't gonna die,
can,
then you can
then I'm put me in 48 hours.
So y'all want to be
put me in 48 hours. You put me in 48 hours.
Baby.
I get y'all 24 hours in. Y'all be like, give me the bills.
But then you know what? But then you know what? You know what? I ain't even gonna hold you. It depends on what type of man that we're dealing with. Now, we're dealing with a grown man.
We're just talking about a boyfriend.
Boyfriend. But boyfriends can be excellent men.
Yeah,
you know, so if he's a phenomenal boyfriend,
Mm-hmm.
then run the bills to me.
Absolutely.
Yes.
That's why I like the honest answer. Because most of them be like, bear me up, hold that. Baby,
no, he's a good man, baby. Give me them
bills. And to
bills.
me, I don't care what nobody say. Money ain't everything. If you can do certain things, loyalty is everything to me. You know what I'm saying? If you loyal, if you gonna help me fight a girl at the club, we fight, baby. We down together. If I'm in the hospital, I wake up one eye, you over there laying. Yeah.
I agree. I think there's levels to it. At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying. But if you proving yourself to me and you solid, you 100, you been loyal, you know. Heck yeah. I'll spend the money.
Yeah.
I pay some bills. I pay
a couple of bills.
Yeah. I ain't trying to be starving. Just buried alive, starving. Sure, I pay some bills. Right. As long as you doing right by me. We okay. And again, there's levels.
That's a grown woman. All right, so subject. Have y'all ever had drama on a girl's trip? Yes. Anybody want to talk about our girl's trip?
Who has not had drama on a girl's trip?
Well, I've been on plenty girls trip, but I have had I love girls trip. I ain't gonna lie.
I do too.
I'm a girl's girl. I'm like a really girl's girl. Like really. Some people think I'm lesbian, but I'm not. I don't know. But I'm a real girl's girl because I tell women they're beautiful every day because some people don't hear that.
Yeah. That's true.
And I'm very confident. I be telling myself all kind of stuff in the mirror. But that don't mean the next woman is. You know what I mean? Or she might got a man that's just sorry, like we were talking about. Yeah. Don't tell her that she beautiful. So that's just the way God made me. I'm sorry.
We love it.
Have y'all experienced any drama on a girls' trip?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so based on our trip, we just gonna go based on our trip, which I had a phenomenal time.
Yes, right on our trip.
For one, because we got to spend birthday with Vita.
Yeah. We living that over again.
And she's a good planner. Had she had planned the whole thing, we would have been fine.
Morgan.
She's so cool
was that
as hell.
Slick shade?
It was.
Okay.
I like that shade.
And this way here, she know how to do makeup. She know how to have a good time. And the other girls do. They know how to have a good time too.
But wait, I gotta correct you on one thing. Because I like to have a good time. Y'all know that.
You do.
I'm have a good time. But I don't know how to do makeup. I don't.
You do. Let me tell you. That's why I like girls too, because you can learn from each other. Because you taught me how to do my blush.
Oh, yeah, because that's my signature right there.
Yeah.
Now, I'll teach you how to do some blush all day. That's what I do. Blush I do.
But
have to
I
have
went at home
blush.
and
You're
went
right.
to Ulta.
You're right. You're so right. All right, we're talking about blush because the foundation, the powder, the concealer.
Oh no, we ain't
I
finna do
can.
it.
Yeah, I haven't mastered. I'm not. No, my daughter has to
Well,
help me out
maybe
with
you
that.
should try
but-
one
I can do
day.
that.
One day I'm gonna get there.
Yeah.
One day. I don't have the patience though. I think it's a lot of time going into that.
It is.
honestly,
It is a lot of
It's
time
lot of
going to that. I can see how girls do it every morning and be like, I'm
and
like,
be amazing, looking
baby,
amazing.
just
I'm
give
like,
me a hot lip gloss and we on.
for real.
Drama on the girls trip.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so
Thank you.
start this one out. You
Do we need to take a
so let
toast
me-
for that?
Let's take a toast for it.
Toast
Toast for the
Let's take a
drama on the girls trip. Everybody has experienced one, I'm sure.
to call Policia and
My
get me out.
goodness, you are. Oh my goodness,
Well,
This-
maybe to go
it was
Wait,
crazy.
first of all, where were we at?
Like,
where did we go?
So
Where did
we
we go?
went to the Dominican Republic,
Okay.
which is beautiful.
Okay.
Punta Cana.
Punta Cana.
Yeah.
So we went there in December for my birthday.
Yes.
So first, you all, I would say drama on a girls trip. Just know who you're bringing on the girls trip.
Absolutely.
And you know your friends at the end of the day. You know personalities. You know who's going to jail and who's not. But you know sometimes you get fooled a bit. You know, you can get fooled.
It be like a
bamboozled darn near.
A lot.
Yeah. Yes, and I was definitely fooled.
That wasn't my first trip getting fooled though.
Oh, wasn't
It's
your
like,
first?
for some reason, women when they get out of town, they turn into
They
different
look
people.
different. Oh,
That was like my third time having that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think be like, don't ruin my trip.
That's
yeah,
the thing.
right, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we done put them kids at the house. That's a whole situation setting up going
Oh,
on.
yeah, absolutely.
For you to just mess up my trip.
Facts.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Facts.
that's your take on it. Know who you going with.
No, yeah, definitely know who you're going with and make sure, you know, personalities gel because if they don't, it can be a disaster.
Yes.
And we need to make sure we all in the same age bracket.
Right.
You know what, though?
Yeah,
I don't. Okay.
I mean,
tell you
I'm
reason
just
why.
saying because you know we're older, so you know we know how to handle things more. And if you're going with somebody that's kind of young that doesn't know how to handle things, then that's when things can go crazy. And I think that's what we kind of experienced on our trip.
We
And that was the
definitely
first day.
experienced it. We
That
did.
was the first
To your
morning.
point,
Yeah.
we
Like,
did.
Maturity
It
is
wasn't
a
even the
thing.
morning. It was on the way.
On the
was
way, like
on
we
the
on
way.
the we
Sporadic, actually.
like
In the air.
in the air.
Which I thought
So
was
it
gonna
was
be
crazy.
like, you know, because I like hanging with the young. Gotta give me young.
So
my
that's,
one thing-
that's why I said.
Yeah.
sometimes
So-
you would think they would be right, but maybe you know you
well,
need like
things
we had a
come
young
into play.
person. It's 8:00 in the morning. You already drinking at the airport.
That's me though.
But
I'm
mean,
mature though. I've been drinking
and
since I was.
it was
yeah.
just you know. So just I guess
No,
in some
you know what it
situations,
is. Know what you can handle.
Exactly.
Okay.
absolutely.
Because it's
Yeah.
like, you know, you didn't ask the right questions. I mean, everybody is grown and everybody partake. You asked.
Yeah, I'm not
And
gonna
I gave it.
right,
So
right.
how
Right.
what I look like have to tell you how to
But y'all
drink
know
or
we
take- I
felt
mean,
when we went
seriously,
wrong.
yeah.
We should just let her go the first day.
The first day.
Well,
because you're
Because
right.
she
You're
was
right.
like,
you're
I'm
right.
going to the police.
Yeah, when we got out that
We
plane.
should have
Right.
gone to the
first-
policia.
Yeah,
No,
but
baby,
you know,
we was following her like cat and mouse the whole
and I
trip.
was because at the end of the day, you
We
know,
were trying to be genuine,
this
trying to
is-
be
yeah.
genuine.
And then you
But I
know,
ain't know
if I bring somebody
Yes.
on a trip that don't know anybody, of course, that's
Yes.
my first person to really make sure good. Not saying I'm neglecting my other friends, but you know, this person don't know anybody.
knew
At
me.
least you all. Well, yeah, she
Because I
did.
had been around her several
okay.
times.
Okay.
Well,
okay.
yeah. I mean, yeah.
one with the children. Like I've been around.
Well, that's
her.
true.
That's new to me. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I had been around her.
Well,
from
yeah,
previous
that's true.
Things we've had.
But like I know you all.
It was
really
a lot of
knew,
us, though.
You
It
know
was
what I'm
about
saying?
7 of
So
us. Was it about 7
I just
of us?
wanted, and then plus
It
being
was.
younger, I just kind of wanted to make sure, you know,
Yeah.
she was straight
and I
or
think
whatever. in
genuinely
which
that was
Yeah.
I
right.
thought I did,
She was straight.
but you know,
Baby, she was
it's just-
straight. We went straight.
those
That's what the
things.
problem. We wasn't straight.
Yeah, and then when y'all got into it at the restaurant, I'm just like, come on, Morgan.
Actually,
like, for
that was a
real,
blessing
like-
in disguise because we didn't have to see her no more. We can carry
Yeah,
on
blessing
where
in
again.
disguise. See that's Morgan coming out. That's that Morgan
Right.
coming out.
That's
Listen,
not
but
blessing in disguise.
you know,
We got rid of the problem.
got rid of the problem. And
Enjoy the rest of the trip.
Morgan, to Morgan's defense, like
exactly.
she definitely
Push
tolerated a lot of it. You know what I'm saying? It got to the point where it's like, okay, look, you know what? You done too many times.
Everything we're doing, we're on pins and needles with her the whole trip.
Yeah. And now you're not inebriated anymore. You're you.
You're you.
Yeah.
And you're
okay.
We don't give you too many chances.
And you were there, and I was like, I didn't tell her to order. She said, you told me to order. I'm like, okay. And then she tripping.
Hey, where he said enough is enough.
Enough is enough.
Like I'm sick of it.
When we got back in college, she talking about she was leaving me to say, yeah, I'm sick of it too. I'm sick of it too.
I mean, maybe when I walked over there, there wasn't no reconciling. I mean, I ain't really know what to do. But shoot, y'all know we went and I felt uneasy. So like I went all the way back looking for her. And she was gone. You know, and then when I called her, she was like,
that was part of your birthday trip.
It was, but you know.
No, but we had fun. We rode horses, baby. We got on. What was y'all favorite part of the trip?
That's a good question.
Now I'm gonna say one thing that I've never done is
the
zip lining was that was amazing.
I still have nightmares about that shit.
Really? Yes, she said nightmares.
I mean, so here's the thing. Like when we did the zip lining, I didn't think it was gonna be damn near 10 zip lines.
Right.
I was ready for it to be done, right?
I was thinking like we were gonna do one because when we went to Mexico, we did just a long one. I mean, it went for a long time, but it was one. And once we got there, then you know what I'm saying, it was over with. But it seemed like every time we got to a different stop,
it never stopped.
It never stopped. When are we gonna stop zip lining at this point?
I was definitely done and over zip lining.
I see a mountain. I tell my husband, look, I went up there and zip line. I remember I had the GoPro on. GoPro didn't show nothing.
It did. Oh my goodness.
It was on top of your head. It didn't show nothing.
I was like, man.
The first one was good. By the time we got to the second one, I'm like, okay. But the problem started to be that the workers there, I don't know if it was their intentions to
they would like push
scare you.
And
but at the end, I'm like, are y'all going to catch me? Am I about to go swinging off? Like every like the third, the fourth one, it's like I start getting a little bit more scared. Like this is I feel like y'all, this is not going to stop.
Yeah, how we was coming, how the end was coming.
The ends was crazy. I'm like, no, I don't want to do this no more. I don't want to be challenged like this anymore. I done did enough.
We had to go, I guess, with the partner and go up to the. And I know we're not saying names, but I really enjoyed who I was with because, you know, just talking to her, her and getting to know her because, you know, none of us knew her. And, you know.
Cray.
No names.
And I learned, you know, a lot of stuff about her. And it was, you know, good conversation just going up and just, you know, watching the scenery and stuff like that. But I enjoyed that part too. That was fun.
Yeah, I was in the cart with one that y'all talked about when I was with her. So we were, you know, talking to. And
I was at me like a glorilla. I know people like, oh, it's Morgan over there talking all that jumping. That lady came up to,
but she really.
Morgan, I watched this lady.
She really is a nice person.
2 flights there, baby. I can't even do this to this lady.
Again, all that goes back to.
But you know what? It was a lot with that night.
You going to trip with knowing exactly.
Put in the same room.
Staying here, together. Like where you and Chantal and you. Well,
I should have been in the room with y'all,
so I can say y'all name. Exactly. Name drop. But where you two. And one other person, y'all can handle Morgan's personality because y'all know Morgan. You know, but everybody cannot handle Morgan's personality because Morgan is a piece of work, baby.
It takes,
but no, I'm cool unless you cool.
Well, sometimes though. You know what? Sometimes you do. Sometimes be instigating stuff because of your mouth. You do.
But I'll be knowing.
And especially get her put some drink in her.
Put some drink in her.
She really do. She turned up.
To my defense. Me and you been friends since like we like family. We not even friends. So when we was in the room, me and her had a great time. She was like my big sister, but when she started talking about us to her, whoever was on the phone, that's when it went like.
Yeah, you were doing good up until that point.
You did.
When we was in that room, y'all wasn't in the room with her. She started saying different stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, you putting out your energy to the wrong person. That's when it went click. It's that light.
And see, I had only been around you maybe 1 or 2 times.
We had a good time.
And then, you know, out before we actually went on a trip. But we meshed because, see, I know and I met you through my best friend because I know who she hangs with. Like, she not
been hanging around the bush.
Yeah.
it's a couple, but we ain't gonna talk about sometimes. She gonna hang with somebody that she know I'm gonna match with, so we cool. So I never really have any issues. So I knew, when I first I said, oh, they was like, yeah, this is just Morgan. I was like, okay, go ahead, Morgan, do what you do. So we meshed, but
I'm gonna if it hurt somebody's feelings.
Right. Do too much. Some things do hurt people's feelings. And sometimes you have you just
filter.
like...
Definitely no filter.
And
then
no filter. That hurts your feelings.
Don't let the liquor kick in.
What you say, that hurt your feelings.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, but for me, meeting you for the first time, like I already knew, like when I first met you, like I knew the energy was good, but I also knew that you was real. You had no filter, but I knew that I can get the realness out of you. You know what I'm saying? So if the beef was the beef, the beef was the beef.
The lady came in and cleaned up the room. She did. I was like, okay, we're gonna be cool because she cleaned up the room. It's just when she didn't get her way.
She got hungry.
She got hungry.
And I get hungry too.
Y'all okay with walking off on the group? Like, say people take pictures. Are you okay with doing your own thing? I am.
We're all grown.
I mean,
we're grown.
Yeah, but I mean, of course, you're on a resort, so you kind of want to watch out and, kind of stay with somebody. But I get it. I mean, I'll take full accountability for one instance because we were wrong.
Why you wrong?
Why we was wrong because we actually was getting a snack. We knew, the person wanted to go to
talking about pictures, though.
the steakhouse or whatever the case may be. Which
that
was fine. That was so I take accountability.
We
had been
hungry.
drinking, so we said we were just gonna go in the restaurant and have a snack.
Okay.
So when we went in the restaurant and saw that they had eyes like they got this and more than snacks, then we were like, we gonna sit in here and eat. And so we all grabbed a plate and went and ate, but we failed to tell that person, like, hey, we're going to sit down and eat. And so when she look in there and see all of us sit down and eat, that was wrong. We were right to. Especially
but me, if I'm going to sit with you, I'm going to say, Vita, I'm mad as hell at your ass. You know what I'm saying?
But everybody, I mean, you can't say that because everybody's different. Like, I'm probably more of, sometimes I get a little bit reserved. So I may not tell the person right there.
And you be quiet.
But I'm just real quiet. And then the energy is real short and kind of snappy. So you kind of, like, dang,
you just
what's
gotta
going on?
personality.
Exactly. So, like, what's going on with you? You know? And then it's like, okay, well, look, I don't really like, and then that's when but naturally, I just don't walk up and say, like, I got a problem with what you did. I just kind of get.
Right.
Oh,
yeah.
But see, in that moment, I'm going to be real. Like, I didn't know what was going on in that moment. You know what I'm saying? Y'all should know, like, I'm the just go with the flow type girl.
Yeah.
I was just going with the flow. But I still saw the energy, though. I still was looking left and right. Like, okay, like, this is going on. That person's still out there. So I agree with what you're saying. Like, it was wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, we could have accommodated the situation and probably a little bit more better. But it wasn't intentional.
Just like bypassing her feelings, like she didn't have any.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Mrs.S.
Okay.
But wait, I want to go back though, if you don't mind. We can listen to this because I remember Chantal was mentioning something about the age, and I think we did cover it a little bit, but I didn't get to say it. Like I agree, but I kind of disagree too because I do have like a friend that's like maybe 10 years younger than me, around the same age as the person that we talk about, and she don't have nothing like that. There's not no issues going on, with her. She break bread. She's genuine. She know how to vibe, flow. So I probably wouldn't say age too much, I feel like everybody's grown when you go on the trip. You know what you're doing.
She just was different mentally.
Yeah. So I just wanted to,
mentally,
I think
she was different.
I think it's just,
I was going on another trip.
Yes, we are. Plenty of them.
I think we should.
Plenty of them.
Okay, so do y'all think on the next trip it should be like a group leader?
What you mean by group leader?
Girl, stop it. Girl, we grown. First of all, we all dominant females over here. Ain't nobody leading nothing. We all going with the flow and doing whatever. We good. Listen, the only group leader is going to be if it's that person's birthday, maybe. But other than that, we free balling.
Okay, so on a girls trip, what do you think like the budget should be? Cause
what do you mean?
Let's get into the room.
Oh shit!
Nah, she ain't right.
So I can stay anywhere, but when I go out of town, though, I like to stay really, really nice. You know what I'm saying? Because we work really, really hard.
Yes.
So what would y'all do different about the room?
Well, you know what? I'm one that normally after someone so this is really my first time just really going through a travel agency. So let me just put it out.
Okay.
So normally I find the things on my own. And so I do research, I read reviews, I look at all of that before I even book a resort or a hotel.
Yeah, that's why I say about good leaders, somebody that's gonna do all of that. Not somebody there to be like a babysitter.
Yeah, but so like when you hire a travel company, this is the person that normally does all that. Now,
right?
I did ask for a 5-star. I did, but I did say, I don't want to, being that my friends are coming for my birthday, I don't want to completely knock them on top of the head, and I want them to be there as well.
And to her defense, it might have said it was a 5-star, really.
It did say it was a 5-star. Yeah, so if you go there, it says it's a 5-star. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But I could have did a survey as well with my friends and been like, okay, you all, what would you all be comfortable with paying? And then determine the 5-star room based on that. But again, I didn't look at reviews. If I had looked at the reviews myself, I would have told her no.
Right.
Yeah.
If I would have to. I think I just left it up to her.
Yeah, I did.
We all did too.
Yeah.
Because that's their job. That's what pay. You get your commission from.
And that's a blessing in disguise too, because I bet you we won't never do that again.
Yeah, that's lessons learned.
Lessons learned.
Or we'll
for
find somebody that's really been everywhere. Because I think to be a good travel agent, you have to have gone to some places before you can kind of like recommend.
I mean, you can say that, but then again,
you ain't been everywhere.
You can. Everybody has to start off somewhere. You know what I'm saying, regardless of whatever. So if you're doing what you need to do and you're doing it diligently, like you're reading the reviews, and because the reviews are there, you know, you it doesn't have anything to do with actually really being experienced when in that situation. So I think.
Blessing in disguise.
Lesson learned. We do have to do our own homework, regardless. Whoever we're working with, even if you work with a travel agent, you can't just assume that they, are going to put you in the right location where you want to be. You have to at least double check their work.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Definitely lesson learned.
Lessons learned for us. Yeah.
Lesson learned for us. So going back to lesson learned now, what are some red flags that y'all look at in certain people to know that they can't go on a trip with us?
That's I mean, I don't.
Because you know what, we're gonna start. So I know I'm special, but we're gonna start going places. If somebody want to go on a trip in Atlanta first.
Heck no.
Is he how we jelly?
But I hung out with her before.
No, we gonna get him.
Yeah.
You know what the kicker was though? Even though that was the Atlanta setting. So to your point, it might not be right?
Because it was the Atlanta setting.
It's Atlanta setting. This person's never been she's never been out on a girl's trip, right?
She said,
or by herself or something. So that was different too. So that might be one red flag.
Be a red flag. If you've never been on a girl's trip, you can't come.
You ain't never been on a girl's trip or been by yourself without
your
whatever it is, then you disqualified. You disqualified.
Yeah. That could be a red flag.
That's a red flag. That's a red flag. Yeah.
On girls' trips, do anything go? With y'all, anything go. I mean, like
conservatively,
anything go with me.
Like anything.
I'm not
when you say, So we think about the Myrtle Beach now.
What?
You know what?
Now I'm telling my friend when she doing wrong. I'm be like, girl, you done had one too many. You need to come on.
Put that there and go and stop.
Oh yeah, child.
Yeah, no.
But if it ain't one too many, I be like, I see.
Like, did y'all ever? You know what?
That's like the
black.
Just to mind you, we started this at 21. She was 22. I was 21. Yes,
baby.
Yeah, I already know.
Look, no, I have not. I want to do
a lituation, right?
That's a lituation.
But that's a girl's trip too. That ain't no. Yeah, that's a girl's trip. But I know some people that have met their husband there.
Sign me up.
It's so good because it's so nice because it's in the mountains. It's gonna snow, but you gotta. It make you feel young again because you got all your summer stuff and it's cold as a mug. This one is in Tennessee, Gatlinburg.
Okay, yeah, I think I heard of that one.
So a bus will come and get you in Atlanta, and then you go to Gatlinburg. And you have the bus alone.
I'm
it's
sure
crazy.
It's
crazy. Mm-hmm. The bus alone is crazy.
I need
Lee's got okay.
Listen, we getting a little older, y'all. We gotta really like think about this.
So now that we getting older, y'all know what the new thing is? I hope my husband listens to this.
Girl, you can't wait to tune in.
I'm with y'all on. I'm
You
with
can't wait
y'all
to
on. I'm with
in.
y'all
You
on.
gonna put us
So
on.
I was watching this thing, it's a Netflix special called about horse racing. So golf, everybody want to do golf.
Yeah,
you know
definitely
what I'm saying?
so.
Scratch that out. I was doing golf when nobody want to do it. Okay?
Nah.
Now it's the horse racing. So you can just like the Kentucky Derby.
Yeah. So,
Or
Used to go there.
the Kentucky Derby is like more of us, but they have
Yeah.
other derbies that ain't so much of us.
Oh, okay.
It's like a little bit.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And you go down, you bet on you a little horse and
Mhm.
have on you a cute sundress.
Oh, yeah.
and-
Yeah.
Mm, little cute little hat.
That part.
Okay.
I believe that's where the money's at.
I know that's where the
Right,
money
That's where the
is.
money's at. Yeah.
Watch the Netflix special on the horse race. And I
Okay.
send that to y'all too. You're going to be like, okay, when the next? You're going to be asking ChatGPT, when the next horse
Yeah,
race?
we already did that. We definitely been on that though. I've been on that.
That's
I've
the
been on
environment
that.
we need to
That's-
be in.
I've been on that though. So
Y'all will love that environment because y'all know they like chocolate. Every race
like
love
chocolate.
chocolate.
That they do.
What they say?
Every
Once
race-
you go chocolate, you can't go back.
right.
And what they
That's
say, the
right.
blacker the berry,
The sweeter the juice.
Okay.
Yeah, nobody.
How y'all handle these new women? So I appreciate y'all, okay, because you know I gave y'all something to come to, and y'all came. So you could tell me you having a strip club party in your basement, and I'm
You gonna
coming
pull
with
up.
no air. I'm coming, and I don't go nowhere with no
We need
air.
you to- we need you to breathe. We need you to breathe.
Okay, on a 90 degrees something with no air.
From Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So how do y'all handle these new women? Y'all might plan a trip and these new women, which really pisses me off. They be like at the last minute, they be like, I can't go. So like say you plan a trip.
You had some people that said that. And
Girl,
as far as
yeah.
her trip, at the last minute, they
Yeah.
can't go. So
That
she
pulled
experienced
out
it.
like literally
normalize
a day before.
holding your word and doing what you say you gonna do.
But you know, here's the thing with that. Like, if my thing, if you have to pull out for an emergency, don't convince everybody else. So I'm
Yes.
this the type of female I am. If I made a vow to Lisa that I'm going on her trip, and if I know that with me pulling out is going to cause her trip to go up, I'm
Yes.
going to pay my part
Exactly.
because I don't
That's called
because I respect
accountability.
her and her
Right.
and her
Right.
guest.
Mhm.
So,
Exactly.
you know, I respect the females
Yeah.
like that, but the ones that don't care that it's going to increase everybody
Yeah,
else
like
something.
so?
Yeah, I don't really care for that because I think my word is my bond.
Yeah.
And if I
Yeah.
tell somebody, and I think everybody here can vouch for it,
Yes.
unless it's dealing with my children, if I say
Yes, or I'm
I'm
sick.
going to be somewhere like today, I ain't even 100%, but you wouldn't even ever know. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But I told you that I was going to be here
Yes.
for
Right.
this, so
Uh-huh.
that's
And I
what
appreciate
I
that.
you know,
Yeah.
so my
Yes.
character is that way.
Let's normalize
So
that.
yeah,
Normalize that.
I don't. If you RSVP or tell somebody you're gonna do something, do it, man.
Yeah,
Unless it's about your
absolutely.
kids or
Yeah.
your physical health. If you know you have a sitter for them kids, like do it. Like your word is your bond.
Yes,
Yeah.
and I like to tell people in advance. I mean, it's not easy, you know, getting stuff together so we can go somewhere.
Yeah.
Not at all.
But if
Especially
I
you
was a
have kids
dude,
involved.
y'all and me like, okay, I'm coming. So come for
Yeah.
your come
for
for
your
your homegirls
friends,
like
for
you
your
coming through for
homegirls.
them.
So
So when that Negro leave or whatever race he may be, your homegirls still gonna be there.
Absolutely.
They're
Exactly.
gonna be there for
Yeah,
sure.
so let's
Yeah.
normalize it. And to
Yeah.
me, if you counsel on me, I don't be mad, but it let me know what type of
Yeah,
female
absolutely.
you are.
And I'm
Yeah.
gonna move accordingly after
Yeah.
that.
Right.
Period.
Well, like I won't be
Yeah.
inviting you. You won't be going to be
Yeah,
invited to another
absolutely.
trip. Like
So,
you
yeah.
last
Yeah.
minute stuff. You won't
We
be invited
good.
to another trip.
But I just
Absolutely.
know how to move with you. You know?
You got any
Started.
questions you want to? Anybody got any questions they want to ask about girls' trips and the pros and the cons? What are the pros? The pros is you gonna have so much fun. I had so much fun
Absolutely.
on that trip. I did that dang on what's the dirt bike?
The ATVs.
Oh my god, that was so
Lord.
funny.
That was
Big
fun.
Brother
That was like
splashing,
a
yeah.
bet out of.
That,
Hey,
hell,
listen.
she had us
I wanna
on
do
two
that.
damn wheels.
I want to do that in
listen.
Georgia.
Who was with me?
Oh,
Yes.
Oh, you.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Now I
Hey,
got that GoPro
But
video.
you had
I had
a
the time of my
alright?
life.
but we
Yeah.
had fun.
I
But the
was,
only
I
thing
was
I
with
didn't
that
like
ATV.
Well, y'all was so muddy.
is trying
Y'all
to
was
get that mud off.
Yes,
of them.
okay.
That was,
I
yeah.
love when we seen them girls do the fire.
That was fun.
Yeah, that was that was
if they
cool.
if they ever have a Groupon for that, baby, I'm taking that
Groupon, not a
Groupon.
Groupon.
Show me how to catch. I want to get sponsors and shit.
That's too funny, girl. Listen.
That is
Yeah, you-
funny.
And the cons, what y'all think the cons are?
I would say again, just make sure you know who you're inviting. Who you're bringing. Make sure they gel. It would be great if you could do a meet and greet before, so everybody kind of, be like, just like, hey, what is something? You know what? It might be. It might not, because sometimes you think you know somebody's personality, and you really don't until you go out of town. That's true. So sometimes you just miss some things, and I will say I did definitely miss some things, but that morning of I didn't, and I was just like, but it was like you'll be fine.
Yeah, and TikTok your
baby,
hotel.
Before we left Atlanta, when you were talking all that, do to get you, tell whoever come back and get you.
Come back and get you and tell them never bring you back.
Please. Right.
Oh, because y'all experienced that in the car.
Well, in the airport.
When she got to the airport.
Right. You a grown woman. If you want to leave, that's fine. But the way that it was happening, was as a friend or being genuine to somebody. We was just like trying to restrain it. Like, that's not a good time. Like, you don't even.
Well,
we're in the
what the
middle
moral
of
of the
nowhere.
story is? Like, if they lit in the beginning, they gonna be crazy in the end.
It was when I could take that plane ride back towards the end. Passing out, I would have stayed there for the ground.
Stayed there for the ground. Keep it on the ground. The flight was it. Level.
Y'all are trying to kill me.
Listen. Once we got flight,
that right there.
That's
me.
That was
trying
it.
to kill you.
The flight and the height in the air was it. That was it. Once we turned
okay.
She got you about to buy. I said, "Oh, she for real."
Listen, I ain't gonna lie.
Hey y'all,
listen, I didn't know either one of them.
Got on her. She ain't want that.
No, y'all need to stop.
Babe, I want to be in all.
Listen.
First of all, I was in all white salsa dancing.
What did she want to eat, Morgan?
I would have took her. Baby,
What did she
I would have
want?
caught a cow and carved her steak.
Carved it in front of her.
I don't know how you catch a cow, but she was gonna get whatever she want. I'm gonna go in the ocean and find her a red snapper, whatever.
Something.
But when she started crying, then people started looking at me. I was like, man, let me just get up.
Yeah, because
I ain't babysitting. I'm
too
on my
much.
trip. I babysit at home. I'm not finna babysit on the trip.
Yeah.
But when she seen me again, she was like ready to nuck if you book.
Dang. She was
I
the
wasn't sensitive
intensity.
to her needs.
I saw the intensity.
That's exactly what happened. I was not sensitive to her needs. So going
At
back.
all. You wasn't though.
I'm holding myself accountable for not being sensitive to her.
You let her know how it is. You a grown woman.
But sometimes when I'm at home and I'm on my toilet and I think about it, I just be laughing.
I just laughing. It was comical, but then, it was still like, dang, we all came together. Out of everybody, we the only ones that had the all white on, so everybody knows that we're part of the party, that we're together. So it's like,
but always putting colors together.
Yeah, the color scheme was right, for sure.
I still got a couple dresses we didn't get to wear.
Right.
We looked good.
Exactly. Yes.
Thank you for that. That was
that was fun.
She know how to put an event. You should be an event planner, because baby, you put that thing.
Them colors was together, honey.
You were like,
listen, we love the gifts. We love the gifts. There ain't nothing like a girl's trip when you get there and you get the gifts.
Okay. You better have motherfuckers say, y'all trying to kill me. When I couldn't get in the hotel, though. Man, I was like, Vita, please don't leave me out here. I was just looking at that couch. I was like, maybe I could sleep out there. Maybe I'm finna sneak in. I was thinking about
I didn't know she got locked out the hotel.
Oh yeah,
I ain't remember that. I don't remember.
Not get locked in the hotel. They wouldn't let me in.
She wouldn't get let. I had a spot next to me for you.
I'm sure. Yeah, you already know you was
really didn't know y'all like that. I was like, these girls don't care if I sleep on this couch. Yes, we do. Outside.
Yeah. I'm genuine regardless of whatever. I wouldn't do that to anybody.
That's just like when she.
Like, bitch, I'm not gonna let you sleep out.
Yeah. That's just like when she left her wallet at that restaurant. We all took our asses back to make sure she found her wallet. You know what I'm saying? We come together. We did that.
No, but in that moment, I looked at everybody. Everybody was sitting here like, this some bullshit.
It was some bullshit,
everybody was
but
like, I don't even want to go. I don't even want to go. But we all went back. We all went back.
She left y'all for some tacos. I'm just gonna say.
She left y'all for some tacos. That ain't right. That goes back to that hangry. That hangry. You be hungry.
I never seen tacos take 3 hours to cook. I'm like, girl, just leave the tacos. And
just leave them.
She was like, no, I'm waiting.
She wanted them tacos.
She wanted them tacos. So
they left her damn purse for the tacos.
You left your passport.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. For sure.
Thank
All
God.
right, so we're gonna wrap this thing up. What you about to say?
I think, but I want to flip it. I do. I was thinking I want to flip it. So we have girl trips, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, we go on our girl trips. And this has nothing to do with having a man, single man, whatever. Mm-hmm. But how do you guys feel if your man or your boyfriend or whoever you're dealing with went on a man's trip? Is there any feelings in that? Like, do you like?
I'm gonna have a whole bunch of feelings.
Well, I disagree. I think it just kind of depends on the relationship dynamics. I think that, you know, if you and him, you know your partner and you know, like, if this person has never, like, disrespected you, have always respected you, and just, you can normally tell how somebody is based on their character.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
He be looking at booties at the
that's what I'm saying. At this big age,
straight up in the strip clubs every day.
Yeah.
He gonna be looking at booties in the Dominican.
Yeah, like, we're pretty wise. I mean, we're over 40, over, you know what I'm saying? So I think we really know what to, you know, look for. So I think if that's not his character, I would trust that he's going to, just like I'm going to represent him when I'm on a girl's trip, I'm not going to do nothing crazy. Yeah. You know, I expect him to represent me the same way.
You will represent him.
So you have to, you know, just that respect factor and just knowing that person, you know, to me. So I don't think it's an issue. You know, long as, you know, when you call, you know, I call, you pick up the phone, you know, if I FaceTime, you know, hey, but, you know, it shouldn't be you're going on a week or 3 or 4 day guys trip, and the only time I hear from you is when you left the airport.
That would be a problem.
And when you're coming back.
That would be a problem.
Yeah,
that would be a problem for sure.
Because then, if I don't hear from you and you don't, I'm gonna assume that
absolutely.
Assumptions are there.
So you were gone for 4 days, and you didn't think to what was
no about, and one thing about me,
like,
I ain't never been an investigator.
Never. Well, no. Hold up.
Because at a grown age, you gonna know what time it is. I can't been an investigator.
No. I'm gonna tell you this. I have never been. I'm not an investigator
on a
jump.
trip. I'm not finna go through your.
Oh yeah,
to be looking at the background,
trying to see who you win. I'm not that either. Yeah, I'm not that. Yeah.
I'm
that's a long D.
That you need your space at that moment.
Yeah.
And when you get back, I'm gonna deal with you when you get back.
Hold on, you gonna deal with me deal when they get back? Like so they went and they didn't even sit. What you mean?
So if you went on a trip and you didn't text and call me, you won't have a whole problem when you get back.
Well, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, absolutely. The whole problem.
The whole problem.
Straight problem.
Yeah.
Straight trouble.
I didn't cross your mind at all in them 4 days.
Yeah.
Something definitely wrong.
Wait.
Okay.
You're gonna be looking for me. Matter of fact.
Right. When you get back.
So you'll be gonna calling me when you get back. Because there's definitely gonna be some problems.
Yeah. And make sure you have away from the airport if you ain't part of that.
Yeah. I'm
not
coming to get you.
I ain't coming to get you. I ain't coming to get you.
Not coming to get you.
And you probably ain't gonna have nowhere to stay when you get back.
There you go.
That part.
And I don't even
you're staying with me, it just
call the
is.
police, sheriff. You can't put them out. The police gonna come. They're gonna tell you can come back. We gonna be calling police all day.
I'm gonna say all day.
All day.
I don't care. At that point, assumptions have risen. Like we have assumed.
And I don't want to
You're guilty. If you ain't called me in 4 days, you're guilty.
And I can't even look at you.
That is funny.
Well, what it says is it's the lack of respect.
Absolutely.
At the end of the day,
yes.
you're insulting my intelligence. Because how can you go on a trip and even not call me for 4 days?
And that's my thing. Don't insult my intelligence.
Do not.
And don't take me for granted.
Do not. Do not.
Definitely.
Yeah, they play too much.
Play too much.
Too much.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and you
That
know I'm
sound a
already
little bit toxic.
bipolar.
That might need to be the next episode. Toxicity.
How do you deal with that?
Toxicity relationships.
How do you deal with
How do you
toxicity?
deal with that?
Don't deal with
Don't
it.
deal with it.
Don't.
Run.
Right.
Run.
As fast as you can.
They give you
That's
red
right.
flags
Don't look
too.
Red
Oh,
flag.
yeah.
But we be so in love with their representative.
Nah, honestly, for the most part, sometimes you get to the point, especially if it's a long term and you have kids involved, you start thinking it's a situational ship. And you start like, you get to the point where you start like feeling sorry for somebody, you know.
You do.
You feel sorry for people. And
You do feel sorry for people.
I can't go no further than that. That's to be continued.
But you
That's a
know
whole
what?
nother episode.
I ain't
That's a
gonna-
whole other episode.
Okay,
That's a
so
whole
back
episode.
on, but that's gonna be next episode. But this my
Yes.
thing. We are the only race, I think, that feels sorry for the opposite.
I believe it. I agree.
Because other races, they take that, but I'm taking it. Let me get all
Period.
that.
Take
Yeah.
it.
You want to go mess with her?
We
Let me
grant
get
a lot of
all
grace.
that.
We grant a lot of grace is what we do, right?
I can be
We
happy. They
absolutely
say you
do.
could be happy in a what? Toyota, or you could be happy in a Cadillac or something like that. Or a Bentley. Yeah. You could be sad in the Toyota, you could be sad in them. Yeah. I'm gonna need all that. But that come from our mom, watching our mamas. go through stuff and still stick around. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you know what?
And they mamas.
Yeah.
And they daddies.
Yeah.
Generational.
But you know what about them?
Generational.
The only difference about them
Mm-hmm.
is that they were quiet. They was quiet about it. We didn't really know. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, they didn't let it be known. They actually dealt with it.
Mm-hmm.
But this is a whole nother generation
Sure
now.
is,
You got
baby.
independent women walking around here doing the same
That
thing half the
part.
time these men are
Okay,
doing.
that's another question. Do y'all
You
like
know,
being
so-
independent women? I don't.
I mean,
I'm independent, honey. I'm sorry. I
independent,
can't help but to
but
say it.
you
I want
know-
to keep my money, and I don't want.
I want to
do
be in my
nothing.
soft girl era. I want
wanna
a
be in
man
my
to
soft
become
girl era.
to be able to take care of me and everything. I would
Absolutely.
submit, you know what I'm saying, for sure,
To the right person.
to the right person, you know.
Yeah.
But right now, you know,
pull me up.
women these day and age, this day and
Can I
age
give us some-
are independent. You know, we're making our own money. We're making a lot of money. We don't. My bad. Let's
We
do
are
her
making
first.
money.
Yeah. So you know, yeah.
Hold on.
We you can't help but to say independency or independent. You know. Yeah, we have a little spill over here. Have a little spill. Fine. Bartender did that. Hey, I'm in. Hey, bartender, bartender Vita.
The bartender.
Let's run these drinks back again. What's the name of these drinks again?
Vita's tropical temptation, baby.
Let's give us some of the tropical tips and temptation, baby, because that thing.
Hey.
I'm telling you.
It got I've been watching it slow
I think we just get started.
Girl, I'm like, you know, I finish this little corner yourself.
Period.
He just looking at that thing like it's a penis. You be like,
Listen, Vita, these drinks is great.
yes. So
These drinks
let's
is
talk about
great,
all like what
girl.
we doing. So Vita, what you doing as far as the bar?
So, you know, I'm trying to get up this. Well, I am
You are,
in the process of getting up my mobile bartending. So it's just kind of been a process getting these liquor license.
Yes.
So that's the, you know, the biggest process. But yeah.
And moving along, what you doing?
And so I am, of course, in Atlanta, Georgia, and I am a real estate agent.
Yes,
I love a
yes.
shout out. I love a shout out. Thank
yes.
you.
If you're looking for a home,
Yeah, you
tell
got
them where they can find you.
residential and commercial. You can reach me. I'll just give you one ATW Luxury Homes on Instagram, Alisa. Right.
Okay. And you can Just Saying Podcast is on YouTube. And what you got going on?
I'm just working, being a mom, trying to get my two daughters, both of them about to be seniors, and one in college, one in high school, so I can get my look. Stella got her groove back.
Hey, Stella,
trying to find me
them,
a good man with
Yes.
some money.
with the yes.
All right, we're gonna wrap this session up. We'll see you back at the next session. Thank you for tuning in, and just let's give one last toast to the
Hey.
Thank y'all for coming.
Hey, Miss S.